Sharp Game here, coming at you from chooseyourrelationships.com. And today I'm going to talk about why are most people afraid of losing and prospering in life? Why are most people afraid of losing and prospering in life? And in America, we live in the most talkative society ever. I mean, everywhere you go, people are talking. You turn on the TV, people talking. You look at the news, people talking. You look at the VH1, like reality shows and all that crap. Everybody's talking. We live in a very talkative society. All most people do, especially in America, all they do is talk. People are good talkers, but they're not good action takers. And that's what you should focus on. You should focus on action. See, because most people can talk a good game, but when it comes to action, see, that's when they drop the ball. And this is why a lot of guys don't get respect from women, because a lot of women know on a probably unconscious level, or maybe on a conscious level, that you're full of it. Because a lot of guys, and well, even some, just people in general, but I'm a guy, so I gotta talk it from the guy's perspective. A lot of guys are always thinking about what everybody thinks around them, like their parents, their friends, their co-workers, and you gotta say that the hell with these people. The only person that's gonna live your life is you. So you gotta do what works for you, and you gotta make decisions that's gonna be in your best interest. Because at the end of the day, if you make decisions based on other people, they're not gonna have to face responsibility for those decisions that you made based on what they might have thought about you, or based on the outcome. You know what I'm saying? So, cause a long time ago, I came to a crossroads where I was like, I tried everything that my friends and family told me to do. I never could sustain anything. Everything just kept falling apart. So I got to a point, I was like, the hell with this. I'm going to do my own thing. I'm going to just pack my clothes up. I had a tank full of gas and $10 in my pocket. And I said I was moving to North Carolina. And a lot of people thought I was crazy when I told them I had $10 in my pocket and a tank full of gas. And I didn't know what I was going to exactly do. All I knew is my cousin was up there, and I was going to be on his couch until I figured it out, until I got it together. But the only thing I knew is I couldn't stay in South Carolina anymore. I had to get away from my family, because that shit just wasn't working. I mean, there was a bunch of talking going on, but there were no results. See, at the end of the day, it's about results. That's it. It's not about talking all the time. I've never seen anything happen by just talking. In America, most people, all we do is talk. That's it. And the easiest way to figure out if someone is on a losing path is how much they talk and complain. If they're talking and complaining, but they're not doing anything about it, you need to get away from that person, because they probably been doing that for a long time, and that's probably have become a habit for him or her, And this is why a lot of guys don't get respect from women, because a lot of women know that you're full of it. So you got to be about that action. You got to be going places. You got to have goals, dreams, and be ambitious. You can't just be talking. You got to make plans. And you got to be strategic. And you got to outsmart people. And you got to outthink people. But just talking by itself is not going to work. And a lot of guys don't understand this. And I've met a lot of women that they're very conscious of what other people think all the time, you know. And if you're around a woman that's like that, you're going to have to tell her where you stand so you won't waste your time or her time. Because number one, it's very stressful to live that way. And if you're with a woman that's like that, y'all gonna bump heads because it's always gonna be a struggle. Y'all gonna go back and forth. You're gonna be trying to do what's best for you and the family, or if you're trying to settle down with a woman like that, you're gonna be trying to do what's best for you and her, and she's thinking about everybody else, her parents, grandparents, the friends, the people at work, the people, you know, she's thinking about what everybody else is thinking, but it's going to be damn near impossible to focus on what you and her trying to do together. So something has to give. So you're going to have to tell her it's either this way or that way, because you can't serve two masters. You can't have you just can't happen. You can't serve two masters. You can't live the double life. The double life means you can't have two philosophies that you live by in life. It's either this way or that way. And you have to be very real with her and very honest. And tell her where you stand, so you won't waste your time or her time. And when you do this, you're going to be standing for something. Because if you don't stand for something, you fall for anything. And a lot of women would respect a guy like that because he's speaking his mind. You know, they might not agree with it, they might not like it, but eventually, they'll come around to it and they'll respect it. And they might not even want to, a lot of women might not want to be with you or settle down with you, but they'll respect your position. And that's completely fine. Because in the end, you're going to have to live your life. You're going to have to make the decisions you make. You're going to have to be responsible for them. And you're going to have to live with it because no one else is going to do it. No one else is going to live your life. No one else is going to take responsibilities for the decisions you make. And you got to be able to stand on it and live with it and be unapologetic about who you are, what you stand for, and where you're going in life. And some people will be in, some people will stick with you, and some people won't. And that's understandable. And you might be isolated. You might not have a lot of friends because a lot of people don't like smart people, especially if you're a black male. So don't be surprised. So if you like what you heard, subscribe to my channel. Check out my blog, chooseyourrelationships.com. Until next time, Sharp Game is out. Peace.